Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your Tarotscope for February 1st through February 15th. Okay, you guys. I am going to touch base on a few key dates for you guys that I really feel these things coming through for you, for your sign, okay? First of all, Pluto is going to enter the last degree of your opposite sign this month, okay? Since September 2008, it's been like a standoff with your sign, revealing any cracks in your foundation. I feel like you guys have been in like this extended mortem metamorphosis, right? Like you're about to break free like a butterfly tearing out of the cocoon this month. I really want you guys to also Pluto is the planet of subconscious mind renewal, rebirth, spiritual growth, kind of ruling all that is beneath the surface, okay? Transformations and all that is below what everybody else sees under that hard shell of yours. So, and it's also associated, Pluto is also associated, sorry, with the Greek mythology, or the great revealer of Hades, associated with Hades in Greek mythology, god of the underworlds, okay, ruled by Scorpio. But the 5th, February 5th, is going to be a Leo full moon. And really, this is going to help invite you guys out of the shadows. It's time to kind of let your playful inner child come out and let your light shine for all to see. If you own your own business or you're going to start one, I would say now's a really good time during this full moon to motivate yourself and try new ways of marketing your business. The same kind of applies to your personal life. If you've been more introverted for a while, I would say accept invitations to social gatherings or try to get out into society again and mingle. Okay, local events. Get out and don't be like just stuck in this rut that I feel like many of you have been stuck in. Okay, and we're gonna use the Soul Journey cards to pull a core card for your reading and see what it's like based around, okay? And while we do that, I'm just gonna really quickly, I have more key dates for you, but I'm going to shuffle a couple times so that it's not loud while I'm talking and get that out of the way, because as you guys know, if you follow me, I always pre-shuffle all my decks so that you guys do not have to spend a lot of time here with me just shuffling. Okay, and then it's also extremely loud. So I'm going to shuffle these while I tell you about a few more key dates that I want you guys to pay attention to. And this is for the whole month of February, these key dates that I'm going to touch base on. So not just from the 1st through the 15th. I'm kind of just going to point them all out on this particular reading. But this reading is mostly based on the 1st through the 15th, okay? So another thing is, well, obviously Valentine's Day is going to be on the 14th, and I'm going to do special readings for Valentine's Day, so stay tuned for that. But since it's in this month, you may also have relationships on your mind. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, commitment is kind of like a key word. And with the sun meeting Saturn, which is a very stable sign, on the 16th, you know, Saturn is the planet that is ruled by Aquarius, which we're in Aquarius season right now still. It reflects upon wisdom and karma and discipline. You know, it may shine on areas where maturing is needed. It's also called the god of karma or justice, ethics, career, achievements, values, virtues. Okay, Saturn is said to mark a significant event in a person's life. It is also ruled by the sign of Capricorn and the 10th and 11th houses, 10th being of social status and 11th being of friendship. And like I said, also ruled by Aquarius as well as Capricorn. But on February 15th, Venus is going to, the planet of love and romance, right? It is going to meet up with Neptune, which is the most romantic transit of the year. Neptune is the planet of intuition and spirituality, psychic abilities, or the psychic planet of ideals and compassion, as well as dreams and delusions. Okay, so the planet of inspiration as well, ruled by Pisces. And Neptune also rules the oceans of the world in Greek mythology, connecting it to Poseidon, the god of the seas. So when love meets imagination, sparking otherworldly connections and intuitive insights about your abilities, or your ability to be at peace in a relationship, it's really a fertile time to nurture your relationships. Venus is going to move through a gold driven Aries also February 19th, kind of speeding the peace on your love life decisions. So, if you are in a relationship, or you're looking to get into one, pay attention to those dates. Now, also, the sun is going to enter Pisces on February 18th, enhancing your right brain's capabilities for intuition and creativity. And you could have a mystical encounter. Make kind of meditation and prayer your focal point for the month. When your faith encourages you to stay committed to all your manifesting. So those are a few key dates for you guys. And then also the Pisces new moon is February 19th. We'll get into that more with other readings. But it's going to help you stay in a space of self-forgiveness and love. I feel like a lot of you are trying to forgive yourselves for some things you got into, or got yourselves into rather. And it's a time to get over that as well. Okay, so one more good shuffle here with our soul journey cards, and we'll jump right in with what core energy we have coming through for your reading. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like you've been in this struggle with yourselves. Okay, really just not knowing which direction to go with many areas of life. But just, stay strong, because I promise it's going to get better. We're going to have a lighter energy in February. I just want to light this candle here quick. Not that you can see it, but I just wanted it lit. Okay. I'm going to hop in right away with some tarot, and we're going to see what we got coming in. All right. All right. High Priestess. Or, I'm sorry, the High Priest, rather. Justice. Eight of Wands. Okay. All right. When you get the High Priestess, this is a card that appears when, in a reading, it means that there are questions that need answering and advice to be sought, okay? Classically, this card donates on, let me get this deck out of the way quick. Okay. Classically, it donates on a need for legal advice or counseling. Okay, so maybe some of you are going through a divorce, or, some kind of lawsuit, or some type of legal matter. It may also indicate a course of study or furthering your education, or the need to settle disputes within a group. But remember that, the High Priestess is a wise and patient counselor or elder and teacher. So he doesn't necessarily give you the answers to all your questions. Instead, he helps you figure out where to look to find your own truths. He places in your hands kind of like the key to unlock the mysteries, to gain deeper knowledge within yourself. Trust that you will find the answers within yourself. This is what the High Priestess does. using the lessons he has carefully kind of taught you, right? So this could be a father figure or an older person, or like I said, a counselor or teacher coming in. So again, this card is really about uncovering your personal truths, legal matters, upholding tradition, wisdom, understanding the mysteries of life or which are hidden deeper inside you, okay? And it is also associated with the astrological sign of Taurus. It does not mean you have to be a Taurus. Obviously, this is a reading for Cancer, but this person could very well be a Taurus, okay, if that even matters. And then you get the Justice card. Well, this is all about possible legal matters, and then to get the Justice card, I think for many of you it may be. This is all about equilibrium and balance and fairness, okay? It's time to weigh your options and assess your actions in life. Usually when you get this card, it's connected to both the High Priestess and the Karma card, which are major arcana cards, but we don't have those cards in this reading, so it doesn't kind of connect with them. But justice is a neutral force, and it's linked to karma in a way, to kind of remind us that in the end, karma always has her way, right? And when it appears in a reading, you need to kind of ask yourself, what's out of balance? What sort of justice are you looking for? What is it that seems so unfair in your life? All right. Maybe you need to also ask yourself, what actions of yours have brought you to this point? Did you learn something from it all? Okay, this card can represent legal matters as well and a possible court case. So I would feel like many of you are going to be, and maybe this is about a personal matter, a divorce, children, or maybe you're battling with an ex, or maybe this is about a ticket you got, or it could be about a home that you're trying to keep from coming out of, or maybe that house is being foreclosed and you're working with legal matters that way, or it could really be so many different legal matters, right? But anyway, it kind of indicates fair play, honesty, harmony, and balance are coming. So situations will work themselves out, okay? Trust and leave the dispensing of this justice in the hands of the professionals, or even in the hands of God. Okay, you can hand this matter to your angels and hope that it all works out. It depends which way you look at things. Are you a person that looks spiritually at things, or are you more about needing to find this high priestess counselor, or maybe this is a lawyer, okay, or somebody that's going to really help you with the legal matter? It's about cause and effect, justice is. Allowing the higher ups, your spiritual team, to kind of take care of the outcome in a way. All right. Integrity and equality. So, and it is associated with the astrology sign of Libra. Because we all know that Libra is a sign of scales, right? So anyway, then we get the Eight of Wands, and I will kind of for the most part, you can kind of see where this reading is headed. It's really talking about these legal matters, right? And for some of you, it could be education, seeking education. Maybe you're going back to school to become a cop or a leader or something in the justice area, or the court type of work. Okay, so when you get this card, Eight of Wands, it is a notice that projects that were once delayed are coming into a swift completion, okay? A positive and exciting card full of motion and action. So you will maybe happily manifest your desires into reality, okay? Often it symbolizes possible travel for business or even pleasure, and usually typically by air. Okay, the Eight of Wands, so you could be flying somewhere. The Eight of Wands can also mean long distance communication between business partners. So, again, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, when I had meditated and got all this information about how I feel your month is going to go, and I gave you these key dates, I would say that with these two cards, or I'm sorry, at the beginning, saying that it was more about like maybe you are going to be having some kind of business of your own and really trying to, this could come in with that. However, you could be traveling because, maybe your legal matter involves you or requires you rather to travel. But anyway, it could be about, long distance communication with a business partner. So maybe you're going to, bring somebody in on your business, or you're working with someone in a different state. This is a time for fresh ideas and creativity, okay? Swift, decisive action is kind of in order when it comes to this card. So you may need to make a quick decision in a legal matter too, as well. Like I said, it's about swift completion. So maybe something is going to take place in a legal standpoint, but it'll be quickly done and over with. So it won't be all long and drawn out. So that's actually a good kind of ending of a tarot card to get, right? Because you don't want this legal matter just like sitting there being like, oh, your court date got, canceled or changed, or I need you to come back again. Sometimes that happens so many times in the court system where it's like, you got to come back, you got to come back, you got to come back. It's annoying, right? I think all of us have had a court date. And if we did, it's always like at least one time you may very well get something that says, oh, you got to come back, right? And it's a pain in the dupa. All right, so let's take some Moon Oracle and kind of elaborate a little bit deeper. What are these three cards in tarot want you to know some more about each situation or each card? Let's elaborate. Okay. Cut the deck. Okay. A time for healing. Yeah, with the High Priestess. So maybe this whole situation or this person that might be coming in to counsel you is really going to help you get past all this. Okay, maybe if they are a counselor, maybe it's going to be a healing type of matter. Maybe, it doesn't necessarily have to be that everything is a court date or a legal standpoint. Maybe this person is going to step in and really just help you get through this time where you felt really introverted and kind of help you step out of that, right? That could very well be happening here. And then the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. Yeah, with the Justice card. Perfect, right? You're going to get your answer. You're going to get your fair outcome. I would really say that you're going to get all that you're looking for or all that you're looking to obtain when it comes to this matter of justice, of legal standpoint. All right, you're very close to achieving your goal. Eight of Wands. Yeah, that kind of does go pretty well together, doesn't it? Kind of basically saying you're gonna get through this. It's either over or it's gonna be over rather quickly. Like I said, I don't feel it's really drawn out. Now, if this is a matter of maybe it is a divorce. Maybe you do need time for healing. Maybe, somebody cheated and you're trying to find out, and now you're going to finally find out. You know, and it'll just be wrapped up rather quickly. But that could leave you with some pretty emotional baggage, right? Or maybe it is going to be, and then it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to with that perseverance card. In a whole, I would say if this is not about a legal standpoint and it's more about like travel for business and getting your own business together, I feel like there's things you need to fix first about yourself before that's going to blossom, okay? And let's pull some native spirit cards and see what your ancestors have to say about this situation. What else do you need to know? All right, cutting the deck. Offerings. All right. Wow. We are getting a little deeper into this reading, and I kind of like that because I love to pull the other cards around tarot and kind of see how this all plays out for you guys. So like I said, this could be a time of healing for other reasons, right? But I kind of feel like, well, let's see what offerings. When you get this card, it's kind of like the universe is grateful for you, okay? Your gift to the world. Feel gratitude for everything in your life, even the things that don't seem perfect, okay? Appreciation for everything kind of flows through you. Or it wants to be, your ancestors want you to know. Let that appreciation flow through you. Really feel it, cherish and the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you, and thus you will be cherished. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the law of attraction. If you give it out, you'll get it back. So really just kind of reminding you, like, maybe you were in this deep depression or this introverted state where you just didn't feel grateful for anything. It was hard to find good in anything, right? And your ancestors kind of are stepping in to remind you that that's not the case. Like, you really just went through this moment and kind of feel like you were maybe even tough on yourself, okay? But they want you to remember you're important. Whether you feel it or not right now, you have a purpose. And sometimes it's really hard to find that purpose in the midst of all the chaos or the depression or whatever it is you're going through, especially if it is a legal matter like divorce or losing a home, or maybe it's a will on a loved one who passed away, right? It could be so many different legal standpoints. But whatever it is you're going through, don't feel like you're not a good person if you made a mistake, okay? Your ancestors really want you to know you serve a purpose, and don't let this whole thing ruin you, okay? Song of the Wild is the next card. This one is about new horizons awaiting you. Okay, you're ready to savor the wonders of the world, take some risks, and answer the call. Step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Live passionately. Start loving the things around you. If it's nature, love nature and find the silver lining in all the chaos. Expand beyond your limits and boundaries, because maybe it's time to take a journey or do something new and exciting that you wouldn't typically do, okay? Maybe this trip that you plan, and it's kind of weird that it's about planning trips, because it is. And then we get this, I was talking about maybe having a new business, and then the Eight of Wands talking about you might travel for business, right? And that's kind of crazy. So if it is on a business venture, this is going to be something vast and new and wonderful for you. And it's just right around the corner. If only you would get out of your comfort zone and just try a new style or do something different than the way you've always done it, okay? So, step out of character. Spend some time in wilderness. That's what it's showing you. The Song of the Wild. Go beyond what you typically or normally might do. Okay? And then I want to pull in some Vision of the Soul cards, or a Vision of the Soul card, rather, and kind of see what your spirit guides want you to either work on personally for yourself. It could have nothing to do with this entire matter, the trip or any of that. This is more of like a personal message from your spirit guides. Okay. I really just feel like a lot of you have had this negative, heavy energy around you for a while. And it's time to step out of that, okay? Because February is going to be lighter. A lot of the planets go direct, too. Every planet's going to be direct. We're not going to have any retrogrades. So this is just going to be a time where everything is crystal clear and just moving along. Okay. Earth Star Chakra. Okay. Let's put that little puppy right there. Number 8. Okay, so it's obviously a chakra card. And if you're not familiar with your chakras, please look them up because they're like spinning, they're like imaginary spinning discs of light throughout your body, okay? And since this is a body on here, we're going to use it as feet to head. You have 7 of them, and sometimes, there are more, but 7 are the main. The first one starts around your coccyx area in your tailbone, and that's your root chakra. And you kind of like from there down to your feet want to feel like you're really grounded. And then they go up and up and up, all the way until you get to the top one, which is your crown chakra, and that one helps connect you to source, to the creator, right? To the higher realm. But right now, this 8th one is all about evolution and karmic release, soul purpose, okay? I feel like a lot of you are really trying to find your way. So, it's kind of like a time, like I was talking about when I said I was meditating and I got these key dates for you guys. It's like a time to awaken and reconnect yourself. And to do that, stepping into nature and getting in touch with Mother Gaia or Mother Earth really does not help. I mean, really does not help. Really does not hurt. Sorry. It helps a lot, actually. Disconnection from these forces kind of has brought you into disharmony with the energetic flow of life. Okay. And I feel like it's because you've had this cabin fever. It's just been like this long, drawn out winter, and so many crazy things happened in between from summer to winter, and it's like you just introverted yourself. It's time to step out again and try to find what it is you love about life. If you can't think of one thing that you're grateful for every day, I can't imagine that you're a human being, because I would definitely say there is always one grateful thing to be seen every single day, whether it's for breathing or opening your eyes that day, or for your children, or for your job, or for your friends, or for whatever it is. There is always something to be grateful for. So try really hard to step out of this introverted cocoon that you've stuck yourself in, or maybe life situations around you kind of put you in this, and it's time to step out of that, okay? When you reconnect with the primal force field of your soul purpose, everything becomes clearer. Okay, so maybe you've had a lot of past lives also, and you're you'll have karmic energy follow you into this life. Okay, so if there are things that didn't get taken care of in your last life, it kind of follows you over here. So maybe that's why some of you can't understand, why do I, have this great giant fear of commitment, or why do I always feel like I'm getting in trouble with the law, or maybe it's I can't seem to find happiness, or I'm always broke. The law of attraction, your karma, I mean, all these things really go hand in hand. And it's like, I really feel like a lot of you need to kind of get a little more spiritual, in the sense of seeing things. There's synchronicities, and there's so many things that are connected that once you notice those things, you can never unsee them. Okay? And it's like, once you notice that, it's just like you find this new appreciation for life. You find this new appreciation for guidance and the earth and nature and everything. It's just, when the veil is lifted, the heavy goes away, and it's almost hard to find the heavy again. And I really feel like a lot of you are going to have this like giant spiritual awakening, where if some of you are having that for the first time, it's like extremely stressful at first. You've got like all this crazy shit happening, pardon my language. You don't understand why it's all happening to you. You feel lost, you feel torn, you feel beaten and battered. but all of a sudden, something in there clicks. Whether it's a song on the radio, picking up a Bible, understanding this, that, or the other, and all of a sudden you are just like starting to see the repeating numbers and wanting to know more of what do they mean. Maybe you're going to have a dream from a past loved one coming in and giving you a message, and you just know they visited you in this dream because the message they gave you went along perfectly with what's going on in your life. Now all of a sudden, you're starting to believe that maybe Dana's not so crazy, right? Maybe maybe these things are true. Maybe the people that are awake in this whole spiritual game are really onto something. They really have been trying to show me this whole time all these synchronicities that I was missing because I just didn't want to try. I just didn't want to step out of my comfort zone. What does it hurt? Nobody has to know about it, right? Nobody has to know. And all of a sudden, you're just going to have this giant awakening where it's like, wow, I see how, this happened in my life for this reason, because without that, I wouldn't have found this, or et cetera, et cetera. Everything connects dots. And all of a sudden, it all makes sense now. And you will find your purpose, I promise. Let's pull some self-care oracle and see what your guides, your spirit guides, also want you to just kind of do to relax and maybe help you through this journey of self-discovery again. It's like you're finding yourself again for the first time, right? Like kind of when you're a teenager and you come into your adulthood, how you kind of find where you feel like you fit in. That's what Spirit wants you to do again. It's like a rediscovery of yourself because so many things have happened in your life, right? And you don't feel like you're the same person anymore. You're different. So now it's like finding the right shoes that fit for the right occasion because now things are different. Oops. And we've got a jumper, so we're going to take that puppy. Work-life balance. Yeah, trying to find some balance. That is definitely significant. You definitely do not want to try to do one or the other too much, right? And it's not always easy for some of us to find that balance, but then you get the Justice card also, right? The sign of scales. Talking. She's got the scales right there. Oh, I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get it to refocus for you guys. This camera loves to mess with me. Eventually I'll have a better one. Well, anyway, she is holding signs of the scales right here. And yeah, that's where your balance comes in. They go beautifully together. You definitely got to find that. Okay. And then watch clouds. Yeah. Remember when you were a kid and you laid on the grass and you were like, this one looks like an elephant or that one looks like this. Maybe you just need to get out in nature and look up instead of looking down. Okay. Maybe look up to the heavens, look up to the angels, the spiritual team that's there, or even a past loved one, and talk to them. Ask for their guidance. You will get it if only you look and try to find those synchronicities or those answers from them. If you're closed-minded, you're never going to find any of those things. All right, let's find, or not find, let's pick here, let's shuffle rather, the Archangel Michael cards and get one more message for you guys. But this is really about like finding yourself again. You've changed, so it's time to find yourself in this new light, in this new direction, in this new month, the new year, right? Everything is going to change. The heavy is going to disappear, and all of a sudden it's just going to kind of click one day and make sense for you. You're going to get over this legal matter if that's where you're headed. With a legal matter, it's going to be over swiftly, and I feel like you will get justice from it. It's going to be a fair decision. Okay, so don't feel too bad about that. All right, Archangel Michael. Let's see what he has to tell you guys. All right, energy healing work. Yeah, I'm talking about working on yourself, right? This is like a beautiful message that goes along perfectly with what I was just saying. So see how that synchronicity just comes in there? It makes sense. They go together. It's a message. So thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to a loving and high integrity healer and teacher of energy healing modalities. Okay, and then we get a time for healing, right? That's in the card. Healing work. A teacher. We're talking about the high priestess. How significant is that? Oops, silly me. So yeah, that couldn't be any more significant. The synchronicities are all there. Let's pull one more. God is in charge. Yeah, with the clouds, right? Talking about your spiritual team and maybe just for once trusting in something other than yourself. Dear God, please help me let go of the situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Wow. That is a beautiful message. You guys are going to definitely wake up a little more this February. You are going to have a little more self-love. You're going to have a little more understanding. You're going to get through this battle if it is about a court date or some type of court or legal matter. It's hopefully going to be done swiftly for you guys and quickly with that Eight of Wands energy from the third tarot card. And if this is business, I would definitely say make sure your work life is balanced. But I feel like this is also about a soul journey. Okay, so really just pay attention to those synchronicities and those signs. Start being a little more open-minded because it doesn't hurt. Like I said, you don't have to tell anybody. If you think they're going to think you're nuts, keep it to yourself. And once you do see it all and once you do feel it all, it's such an overwhelming, beautiful feeling that you're going to want to share it with everyone else. You're going to want to be the teacher. You're going to want to teach. All right, and give these messages like I do to other people. You're going to just want to share it with everybody else because you want them to feel it too. Do you know what I mean? So those are your messages, Cancer. Happy February, and as always, happy connecting.